Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I am going to share with you my most impulsively purchased handbags. The handbags that I have bought without giving a second thought. Haven't even considered them for a second, bought them on a complete and utter impulse. Now, I am a very impulsive person and I accept that. There are a lot of other bags in this room that I could share with you that I have given little thought, not very long at these prices, but these ones I'm going to share with you got no thought. And number one, and not a bag to be spending this sort of money on such impulsiveness. Yeah, the Capucines. Now I know this bag is a favourite of a lot of you guys and I love this bag. I think it's absolutely stunning. Had I planned, thought, considered purchasing an Capucines? No. Not even in the slightest. But if you buy Capucines bags from Louis Vuitton, the Capucines is a collection that is released in conjunction with a number of artists every year. And if you're someone who buys Capucines, they send you the lookbook and they offer you the option to buy one of these bags. Now they are limited, you're not guaranteed to get one. There are so many worldwide, you might pick one and not get it. I don't know if you can buy them when they're first released if you're not offered them. I think if there's any left and they go into the stores that you can. But anyway, I'm sitting one day minding my own business at my desk, working away, studiously earning the monies, and I get an email from Louis Vuitton that the Capucines collection's coming out, and I click on it out of pure curiosity, no intention to think I'm going to buy one of these. And then I see this one and I see the multicoloured hardware, the enamel here, which looks like a rainbow, the velvet patches, which are all of these colours, which looks like the landscape that inspired the artist, the grey etchings on the back. And I just think to myself, well, isn't that fabulous? Isn't that one of the most beautiful bags you've ever seen? Let's buy one of those. And I contacted Anita in Dublin in Louis Vuitton and I said to Anita, let's buy one of those. And she went, really? I didn't even think you were looking for a Capucines in the BB size because, let's be honest, I wear the mini size in a lot of my bags. A BB is not something I've ever really considered. But I said, yes, let's do that. And she was somewhat surprised. So she then had to go about getting my name down for one of these. And I think when it opens, you've got to upload it within a very short period of time. I'm not really exactly sure how it works, but I do know during the time that Anita was trying to get this, she was very, very stressed. And she was sending me lots of messages about being very, very stressed and trying to make sure that this bag was secured. And that is the story of this bag. Complete and utter impulse. The email came in, looked at the different options. Ooh, pretty, me likey. I need to catch a grip at these prices, but I'm working on that. We know I'm working on that and I'm being more intentional. But this one, not intentional at all. Saw it, liked it, phoned Anita, and here we are. Number two, also on complete and utter impulse, is the Chanel Coco Crush in this beautiful berry purpley magenta colour. Now, anytime I see a bag in this type of colour, I'm in trouble. I am very much at risk of being very, very impulsive and just buying it because I can't turn this colour down. I think there's a whole wall of them back behind me. Absolutely love it. But I remember very clearly when I saw this bag. This bag was probably not me at my best. I was standing in Chanel in Dublin and my old SA still worked in Dublin at the time and he was the best crack. We used to have the best crack. I would have been in Chanel for a very long time, just having fun. And him and I were standing, chatting probably about something ridiculously silly and having good fun. And somebody else walked past me, a male walked past me wearing this bag. And this bag, he had it styled, hanging it down across his back when he was trying it on. And he walked across the showroom to go and look in the mirror. And I immediately turned to my sales associate and said, if he doesn't buy that, I want that. And he was, what? You haven't even looked at that bag? I haven't even showed you that bag. You have lots of bags that colour. Yeah, if he doesn't buy that, I want that. So we stood, continued to have the crack, and the male person who had been trying it on left without buying the bag. and my SA went off to retrieve it and he came back with it, and it didn't really take very many seconds at all for me to say, yes, I'm buying that bag. It was the colour, it was the beautiful interior, it was the gold hardware against it. I love the gold hardware against this. I love the little Coco Crush ball. What I didn't think through at the time, I have to be honest with you, is that it adds weight, and I've said that in videos, it does add weight to the bag, and I have an old shoulder injury, but it still wouldn't have stopped me buying it. I just can't wear it for full days, which I have foolishly done. But I bought this on a complete and utter whim, impulse, and give it about 3 seconds thought. No regrets on this bag, no regrets on the Arty Capucines. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag, and they have skyrocketed in price quite considerably since I bought that one. I did see one in last year's. When I got sent the collection last year, there was a Harlequin one which was all beaded and had a beautiful handle. It was absolutely stunning. I loved it, and I could really imagine it in this collection, but the price had skyrocketed so high, and I have such a collection of multicoloured bags, I had to say no, and that's one I don't regret saying no, because I didn't need another one at this price, and I have a lot of those options, but I suppose I regretted not being able to add it, but the price of it, I just couldn't justify it, but it was very, very stunning, and I do know somebody that got it. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. This one, no regrets. I've worn this bag a lot, spoke about it a lot. It's been a little workhorse, and I'm very glad that person who was trying it on walked past me in the store. Next, very recent addition. Very impulsive, didn't even know this bag existed until I walked into Dior in Milano. And if you've been watching my channel recently, you will know, of course, that I am talking about this beautiful sequenced and beaded mini Lady Dior with the jungle scene. I just look at that tagger. Every time I see it, it's just so beautiful. And we went into Dior with the intention of buying the mini Lady Dior in the wicker with the lilac pink colour as the webbing around the bag. And then he showed me this. He asked me what bags I have, what bags I love. I think I showed him my Instagram, the colours, the pictures, and he said, oh, I have the bag for you. He saw the dollar signs above my head and thought, yes, I have the bag for you. And he came back with it, but he was right. Even my husband, whenever this bag was presented to me, said, yeah, that you're not seeing anything else that's even competing on your radar with that bag. And of course he was right. I love this bag. Nothing else after that was tempting me. I just had to get myself around the fact that I was buying this bag at this price and not the bag I went for. Complete impulse, absolutely no regrets. Love this bag to death. Number 4, and looking at my most impulsive bags, I kind of wish I was impulsively attracted to things that cost less money. But that's not where we are in life, and this is the next very impulsive bag. This, although I love this bag, I need to try and show you the colour maybe further back. It's a very deep magenta. If I bring it up to the camera, it's showing a little bit brighter there. It's very, very deep purple magenta. It's a very rich colour, and it has the green malachite on the Louis Vuitton. This bag I saw on Instagram on Tamara. She was at Paris Fashion Week, or Paris I don't know if it was Fashion Week, but there was something going on in Paris. She had either been gifted this bag or loaned this bag, or she was modelling this bag, and there was images on her Instagram of her walking through Paris carrying this bag, and that was all it took. That was all it took. I already had the black mini Capucines over here at the time, so I knew the mini Capucines. I knew that I loved the bag, even though they're fussy. But when I saw this version in this colour with this green, that was me. I immediately contacted my Louis Vuitton SA, and it was a hunt then to try and track this bag down. This bag took 3 months to find. I had kind of almost given up and thought we might not be able to get this bag. Eventually we were able to get the last one from Monaco, and it was shipped over. There was a little bit of a whether it was coming or not, but it came, and that's where this bag came from, and I absolutely adore this bag. There's no regrets on this bag. It's one of the bags I get asked to sell a lot. It was very impulsive, but it's worked out very, very well, and I think she's an absolute beauty in my collection. Next, I'm back to Chanel, and it is this beauty. I didn't know this bag existed either, and I was down in Dublin with Bestie for the day, and we walked into Chanel, and this was sitting out, and I said, oh yes, that one please. And my essay, who was still the one I was talking about earlier, said, I knew that bag was for you. I had that bag earmarked for you. Like, yes, I know, I'm so predictable. But when I saw the colours in this bag, the corals and the pinks and this blue and the chains across it and the gold, I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. I gave it zero thought. Didn't even think about it. And this was for a mini from Chanel. Expensive because it has the chains in it. No thought at all. Just loved it, loved the look of it. And I still think it's a very, very beautiful, beautiful bag. I love the tweed on it. Do I regret it? No, I don't regret it. But it's probably one of these influence bags that I have at times considered potentially letting go. And I know that will shock a lot of people because it's very me and it's very beautiful and I love the look of it. The only thing that's on my mind is I have quite a few bags that fill the same gap as this one. So there are quite a few bags. If I was to go and wear this bag, I could also wear the other bags, and that cuts down the options to wear them because there's multiples, and this one hasn't been one of the ones that I've chosen the most times. But I do absolutely love it. I do think it's stunning. I don't have any plans to let it go at this stage, but it's, if I'm going to be telling you if I regret any of these or not, this is one that's probably, I've thought about at times whether or not I need to still have in my collection. Next is a bag I said I would never buy. Welcome the Prada Re-edition. I did not like the Prada Re-edition. I was put off by the nylon. I didn't really like the strap. Didn't really like it. I did like, Dale had a version in a pinky leather colour at a time, which I thought was beautiful, but most of the ones I had seen was the nylon. And then I saw this, and I had no intention of buying a Prada bag. I had no intention of buying a Prada Re-edition. And then I saw this raffia bright orange neutral Prada version. And I've said in so many videos that in the summer, this is one of my most used bags. The strap drop on this is perfect to be able to go under my shoulder. I have never worn it crossbody. I don't think I've ever actually used the strap. But when I saw this, I immediately spoke to the fabulous Andrea in Prada in Dublin, and he sorted this bag out for me and I collected it. And there was zero thought. It was the colours. Again, I'm so drawn to colours, and they have a real power to make me be extremely, extremely impulsive. But I don't regret this one. This is a bag that, for what I paid for this bag compared to what I have paid for some of these bags, oh my goodness, this bag has earned its keep. I use it so much. It's such a summer bag. Love it, love it, love it. Zero thought, but zero regrets. And the last bag in today's video of my very, very, very impulsive bags. She's one of the OGs on this channel. If you have been watching me for a while, this is one of the bags that I had when I started my channel. It's one of the bags that I kind of feel very sentimental towards. I do not use this bag anymore, anywhere near as much as I used to. This bag used to be on constant repeat, but I just can't find it in myself to let her go. Even though I don't wear her that much, I have such a sentimental connection to this bag. I bought this bag in Palma with my friends. This bag, one of my friends actually spied and went to see this bag, but she wanted it in the black. Had she wanted it in the pink, of course she would have it and I wouldn't have bought it, but she wanted it in the black and didn't want the pink. When she didn't want the pink, I said, do you mind if I try that bag on? And oh my, I remember to this day the feeling trying on this bag. I paraded up and down that store in Palma in Louis Vuitton, and it's not very big, so that's an achievement, with the biggest grin on my face to every mirror, wouldn't take it off, loved it, felt $1 million and just fell in love with it. And I'd never even seen it before, didn't know. I knew the twist existed, but had never seen this version. Totally on impulse, but at the time became one of the best buys I've ever made. I know I don't use this bag that much anymore, but I did use it and I loved it and I felt amazing with it. And as I say, I have a real sentimental attachment to this bag, and it's the black and white. Look at her. She's stunning. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag, and zero regrets on purchasing this back in 2017-18 maybe. Those are the 7 most impulsively purchased bags in my collection, and only one of them that is kind of maybe potentially a regret, not a regret, but maybe one that I'm not 100% certain about, and it's definitely one that got zero, all of them got zero thought when I purchased them, but only one that gives me kind of doubt. Those are the 7 most impulsive bags. Let me know what you think. Let me know which ones you think were great buys, which ones you think should have been regrets and should have been left on the shelves. And you yourself, if you have a handbag collection, let me know in the comment box what bags you have bought impulsively, and importantly, do you regret them or did you live to love them? Thank you so much for watching me. If you have enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you have not yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.